Welcome back to another episode of Jacksonville Buzz's Buzzworthy Business. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Aaron Woodson from The Face of Expression. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How you
Love
doing?
that bow tie, man.
Thank you.
I have, tis the season, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we were talking offset. You have some really neat stuff that we can talk about for a long time.
Yes, sir.
But you are now, recently, an award-winning author.
I am.
What award are you winning, and what type of authoring are you doing?
Well, those are good questions. I'm a silver medalist in the category of poetry through FAPA, which is Florida Authors Publishers Association. For those of you that don't know what FAPA is, basically that it's an organization that helps authors and publishers in the literary world basically come together, give them resources to, pretty much put their books and everything like that out there for the masses, for the public to garner interest in.
So you won a silver award in Florida.
Yes.
For poetry.
Yes, sir.
Now, how did you get into poetry, man?
I got into
walk me through that. I'm just going to wake up and become an Edgar Allan Poe.
Well, I got inspiration with various influences like Tupac Shakur, Maya Angelou, some of the greats, William Shakespeare. I always wanted to express myself, and that was something that I had a burning desire to do, and I wanted to, relate to my audience by just having a conversation through my poetry and connecting with them on a deep level, on a surface level.
So what kind of poetry you write?
I write all kinds of poetry. I write poetry about love, about some of my military experiences, about growth, pain, mental health. And just various ones.
Well, it's interesting when you were talking about who people you've taken inspiration from to go from one end of the spectrum to the other in a poetry scenario, right?
Right.
Now, some people watching this may not understand who Tupac is. And also some people may not understand who Shakespeare is. So, we are living in eras where some of that stuff is gone. But, right, if you think about Tupac Shakur, right, grew up not in the best area, right? Not the best life experiences, but he was able to articulate his journey, obviously in a way that we got to shake our groove thing, but he was able to articulate a journey in a very interesting environment, not too dissimilar than William Shakespeare. What's interesting, though, is the amount of information, right? So in Shakespeare's time, you probably, in your lifetime, consumed as much information as we now consume in a day, right? Just because there's so much information out there. But both of those two gentlemen, right, were able to talk about their journey. And then, of course, Maya Angelou discussing some of the unique adventures that she has. And that inspired you to put a couple books together. One we have on the table, one you're going to read from, called The Face of Expression. That's the new one?
Actually, this is the new one.
That's the new one. This is the new one. So what we got here? So this guy here, The Face of Expression 3, The Fall of a King.
The award-winning.
This is the award-winning Fall of a King 3.
Yes.
That's awesome. So you're going to read us a little tome from your book.
Yes.
Hit us, man. What kind of poetry? Go with it. What type? Now, what poem is it?
It's called Resilient. This poem is for everyone that's, trying to battle back. A lot of times we may have fallen on hard times, rock bottom, and you're trying to find your way back to who you're trying to become and who you used to be. So,
well, rip it, man.
Yeah. This one's called Resilient. There is a word that comes to mind that is stuck somewhere between brilliant and valiant. I'm very familiar with her name, and I've always known her to be resilient. We met at a place called Rock Bottom as my heart had eroded from a terrible breakup. Stones were thrown and mudslides made things slippery. Yet my feet still remained on solid ground. I found out that no matter what obstacle, distraction, or opposition I face, I know I will have a breakthrough. It's apparent that I have been through some emotional turmoil, yet I'm ready to bury the hatchet and move forward with my life. Crawling back to the surface, I reach for the hand of God so that I will not fall into enemy territory. I stand tall because I have been delivered through leaps and bounds, mountains and valleys, ponds and oceans. I can truly say that I was resilient through it all.
You know, I don't know if it should have ended with "Do not go quietly into that dark night." That's Poe, I think. That'd be Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, okay,
your stuff.
it's I read a lot and I know a lot about poetry. My favorite poet, and as we take this away, a gentleman by the name of Rudyard Kipling.
Oh yeah.
Most of you guys out there would know Rudyard Kipling from the Jungle Book, right? But he also, as you know, was an acclaimed poet.
Yes, he was.
And one of my favorite ones ever was the poem "If."
Yes.
Very
I've
good.
heard of that
And for everybody here, it's IF, the word I and the F, you use a Google machine.
Yeah.
And basically what it talks about is no matter how much you ascend, that you never lose that common touch.
Right.
Amazing what work you're doing to
Thank you.
use your universe to help other people understand the concept of resilience. And we all meet in the same place at rock bottom. It might be a different door, different address, but it's the same rock bottom.
You're right
If
about that.
people want to find out more about you, and I know you do events and book signings and all that stuff, you got a new website.
I sure do. My website is www.aaron, AARON, Terrell, TERRE1L, Woodson, WOODSON.com. I know it's long, but it's
Well, and if they can't figure out the R's and the L's, right, what we will do is we'll make sure to put it on ours, which is the dailynewsnetwork.com. We'll throw that on our link on our website, and then that way they can tune into you and find out what's going on. I really appreciate you coming in here. And again, I know I've said it before to you because I've been heavy on this table, on this chair. Thank you for your service to our great country, because without you, we don't get to do this. And guys, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Buzzworthy Business. If you like us, share us. Remember, live with gratitude.